Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Red Path. It's Dara and Jamie here with you today, and we are going to be talking about the newly revealed Lord Invocatus model for the World Leaders range. That's coming up next. Okay, everyone, so welcome back, and yeah, today we're going to be talking about Lord Invocatus, newly revealed on Warhammer Day as of recording 1 week ago. Jamie, how do you feel about this model? What were your thoughts as soon as you saw him?
Well, badass, a badass motherfucker, quite frankly. Like, we knew, as soon as we knew that a codex was coming for us, everyone's got their thoughts on what kind of new models and units we're going to get, but the Juggerlord, in whatever you want to call him, we always knew, or in our hearts, we knew he was coming back. And
I
this
feel
guy,
like he was like one of the most wish listed. Like whenever you saw people like online or in chat or whatever being like, what do you want to see for the world leaders? Like either Berserkers and Juggernauts or a Juggerlord was like the most wish listed thing, I would say, out of everything. So it was, and we did start to hear rumors about him like in the weeks before, like the months before. There was like leaks going around being like, oh, maybe there's going to be a Juggerlord or whatever. And it's like so hard to believe those things because it's really easy to capitalize on people's hopes and dreams by just like saying, hey, I heard a leak that there's a Juggerlord coming, and everyone's like, oh my god, the Juggerlord. But yeah, what a cool model for them to reveal.
He is. And however, before we dive in, because we've got some stuff we want to talk about, I've got what is probably a surprise. Well, it's a surprise for you. I think I know what's going on, but I received a package. And
you received a package?
I received
that is
a
ominous as
package.
well.
Here, I'm not going to show you the address. However, I will tell you it's from Australia. I received a package from Australia. Now, do we know anyone in Australia, Dara? Anyone who's particularly, let's call them unique.
Unique, yeah.
Unique. A unique.
I'm so curious to see where this goes.
So Krieg, one of our longtime friends, meme
member of
lords,
the team, I believe.
Member of the team, yeah, patrons. He's
one of our good moderators as well.
Yeah. He's a
iconic, known for his lists, I would say.
Yeah, he's the Mastodon guy. He's the triple Titan guy. Yeah, the double Fire Raptor, I think.
Double Fire Raptors, yeah. He's done it all.
Yeah.
If you've dreamt the list, he's run it.
Yeah. He sent us a gift. So I'm gonna open it here.
Okay. Do you know what this is?
I have a vague feeling. So it's squishy. It's squishy.
If this suddenly is edited out of the video, y'all gonna know that it was not safe for YouTube.
Not safe, yeah. So okay. Hold on. Here's my knife. Here we go. Hold on. Let me use some professional tools here. Do this safely, everyone. Yeah, I'm using my cutting board and everything. Okay. So. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this is now. Oh my god, okay. Right, so there's lots of things in here.
Okay.
Right, so this is the first thing. It's a plastic package with some black material in it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh my god!
What does that say? That says, don't need a permit for this gun.
Oh my god. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
That's some LVO uniform right there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Oh my. I don't know if this is suitable.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 in here. Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's so disturbing.
Yeah. Oh
Man,
no. Okay.
Okay.
This one seems family friendly. Okay. We're just killing, maiming, and burning here.
That's awesome. That's so good.
Oh my god. Krieg?
Oh
Krieg?
dear.
My god.
You're a hilarious person.
This is ridiculous. Oh god. Okay, I think I want to say it's the same design here. Yeah. Oh my god, this is. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 here. I think it's 7.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then there's multiples of the Killmain Burn ones. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Krieg, you're a genius.
I had an inkling because I remember a while ago he asked me what our sizes are.
Worrying.
Yeah.
I can.
So really, we could have made a full video on that. Could have modelled them and everything. But yeah, there's our LVO uniforms, and we have to wear them.
Catch us at the LVO. Yeah. Incredible.
Outside of
I'm gonna have to digest that while we do the rest of this video, so it's gonna be going on in the back of my head. Krieg, you've given me a lot to think about. But...
So here, anyone like in the team that's there or who's rocking these as a world eater, anyone who makes it to the top tables for the last day somehow has to wear those underpants.
Preferably on their heads.
Oh no, just the underpants.
I might wear mine. You know the way there's like the superhero thing where they wear them like outside I might do that with the ones he has of my face. I think that would be. There's some psyops to be had there for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Sure. And if you're on a stream, if you get lucky enough to go on a stream,
I think that will make sure that I will not be allowed on the stream.
But okay, all right. With that insanity out of the way,
with that done, let's circle back to Lord Invocatus.
So there is a little bit of lore, isn't there? Not much that we could find, but there's a little bit, I guess, from the 8th edition codex, just like a little blurb, like a little sidebar.
Snippet, one of those little like battle things or whatever. Yeah.
So he's obviously been in the works for a while, or at least the idea of him has, and I guess he led a strike on a Deathwatch fortress, and it does say with his warband. So, like you had a thought when we was just discussing this, right?
Yeah, so the fact that it alludes to him having his own warband, and if we kind of take that from, we'll say, like the Death Guard or Thousand Suns thing, where they have cabals and whatever the Death Guard ones are.
Yeah,
like,
play companies,
let's just call ours, play companies, right? Let's just call ours warbands or whatever. So Karen will have the Skull Takers, right?
Or Butcher Horde.
Butcher Horde, yeah. There is one called the Skull Takers.
Yeah,
there's a warband
that's
for sure.
Dara.
Zoofor's, Is that his?
Yep, Zoofor is the leader of the Skull Takers.
And then there is definitely a third one that is named. I can't remember what they're called, but there's for sure a third one in the codex.
Yeah, there's several.
Anyway, this could suggest that he has his own one, which is interesting because it would mean he's like Lord Invocatus himself is tied to it. Yeah. Now, I believe it was on the stream that they said that Lord Invocatus could be built as an unnamed version of, like, the Juggernaut Lord as well.
Yeah.
So we can assume, like you're saying, drawing many parallels between this guy, the Beast Naga, Squigosaur, and the Great White Squig guy. I can't remember what he's called, but like it makes sense that like the named version is tied to Snakebites, and then the unnamed one is kind of loose to go wherever. So it makes sense, and that's like that could be the parallel we draw here. That Lord Invocatus is tied to a specific warband, and then there's like an unnamed version that we can build, which is something else.
Yeah, I definitely think that is like a 99% chance, quite honestly, because you don't want to sell a model that is limited to just one sub-faction of an already, fairly limited sub-faction.
Yeah,
so,
of course. Especially when you have like Karn being tied to his own one as well.
Yeah.
So there's going to be... It's cool. It means that there will be... Well, there will hopefully be a warband with a named character that isn't Karn or Angra, which I think is awesome. Like, that would be something that Thousand Suns and Death Guard actually don't have.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah. And then, talking of the comparison to, like, the Beast Boss and stuff, I've been looking at the rules of the Legends Juggerlord, the Beast Boss on Squigosaur, and the Skullmaster for Corn Demons, because these are all infantry models that ride a Juggernaut or something very similar to a Juggernaut. So we could kind of, I think, get a feel for what we can expect, at least from the unnamed, the generic Lord Invocatus. So the Skullmaster and the Squigosaur have 10-inch move. The Juggerlord has 8, but I think a 10-inch move is more likely, quite honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I think 10. Or I would have said 8. Yeah, to be honest.
I would have thought 8 originally, but I think we need... They hopefully understand the game a bit more, and it needs to be 10. Cavalry moving 8, because... And unless there's a rule where we can move... basically give him breachable somehow, which I think is a
I think he will have that
possibility.
rule. Yeah, I do think the leaks have said that he will have it.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
I didn't see
that
any
was...
leaks for that, but okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so, like, the initial leaks about this guy were maybe back in August or late July.
Right.
And they said 2 versions of the Lord and Juggernaut. One is named, one is not. Both can breach.
Okay, then 8 would be okay then. I'd be absolutely happy with 8. If he's got breachable, then that's huge.
There was a version of the leak that said they only have breach in the charge phase. But then the main one said they have breach permanently.
If he's got breach in the charge phase, that's enough, because you can just stage him where you need him. Like,
yeah. And it's a really cool rule for a Juggernaut guy to have.
Okay, alright, I wasn't aware of that. So, alright, so movement, 8 or 10. 10 would obviously be better, but 8 would be fine if he's got that
I think just given
breachable.
that he is a Juggernaut and the Skullmaster and the other Juggernauts move 8, like he is still theoretically limited to the speed of the mounts.
Skullmaster runs 10, or moves 10.
Oh, the Skullmaster goes 10?
Yes. That's
then he's probably going 10. I just assumed he's going whatever the same speed the Juggernaut is going.
Yeah. I think we can definitely assume he's going to have weapon skill and ballistic skill 2, like he's a Chaos Lord. Strength probably 5, because he's still a Berserker. He's going to be a World Eater's character. He's got to be Strength 5. Toughness probably 5, but the Skullmaster is Toughness 6, and the Beast Boss is T7. So he could be, I'd say T6 is a reasonable expectation.
Well, if Skullmaster is T6, he's probably T6.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Attacks, who the hell knows? It's going to be 6, 7, or 8. It's going to be something.
He'll probably have Malefic. That's an interesting point, actually. Will he have Malefic?
Well, yeah, because the Skullmaster's Juggernaut itself has Malefic 4. The Beast Boss,
I assume he will.
The Squig gets like 3 additional attacks, I think, and then the old Juggerlord would get 2 or 3 additional attacks, I think. Something like that. Yeah, 3 additional attacks. So we can expect the Juggernaut's going to get Malefic or something similar to it, 3 or 4 additional attacks, high strength, high AP. The Lord himself, at least from what we know, wields a chain axe, and a bolt pistol. Probably an exalted chain axe or whatever it's called. The
tainted chain axe.
Yeah, so
how
it's
could you forget?
2, yeah. And
unless it's a named one.
Yeah, it could be a named one.
Dude, he might be carrying Gorefather. It doesn't look like Gorefather though.
No, I can't see that, because I did hear a rumor that Gorefather is being removed as a relic because Angron's going to be wielding it again.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently,
I heard a different rumor.
Well, I heard it was the Black Blade and Gorefather, which doesn't make sense because the Black Blade was destroyed, but it is a demonic weapon, so...
I'm also 90% sure in the reveal article they said in that article that they're new weapons.
Oh, okay. Then it could be that then, yeah.
And I have seen the name of the axe, and it is not Gorefather.
Okay, alright. I personally, I don't like Gorefather being a relic or available anyway, but, that's a personal...
I love it. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what happened there. There'll be a weird jump cut in the video here because I lost internet connection, but we're back, and I think we were talking about Gorefather, right?
Yeah, or just Lord Invictus' weapon, or whatever it ends up being. I have a feeling he will have a named chain axe of some description.
Okay.
Just something to boost it up from the normal whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You would hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell. I'm assuming he'll have a Chaos Lord, reroll 1's aura and stuff like that as well. Maybe he's... Be nice if he did something like, reroll wounds in combat or something, like the old Exalted Champion or something like that.
It depends, I guess, a lot on what style of fluff they go for him. What is he, you know, in this realm? What does he represent? What makes him different from, let's say, Karn? Obviously, he's on a Juggernaut or whatever, but personality-wise, is he a hunter of characters and stuff. In which case, you might see rules like bigger heroic range, or
Yeah.
like I guess the idea is like, is he a buffer or is he more all about himself? That kind of a way. So
yeah,
who knows?
I would imagine our characters go for the more selfish route in datasheet abilities for the most part. Because I imagine we're going to lose the apostle and gain like a Khorne specific apostle or blood priest or whatever, which may be more about there'll be some buff in there, but probably more of a combat specialist apostle as opposed to defensive abilities and stuff. But yeah, it's hard to tell. But I do like the idea. If he does have breachable, I think that's incredible. I think that's very powerful on something like him.
Yeah, it's the rumor I've heard anyway. And I mean, it remains to be seen if we'll see a squad of guys on Juggernauts as well. Though there is an allusion to it in the Warhammer community article. They do mention guys coming alongside him or something like that.
They also mention like actual demon allies as well.
They do, yes.
So there's potential, like from a logistics standpoint or administrative or whatever, where maybe we don't have the biggest roster in our codex, like more of a Thousand Suns codex than a Death Guard codex. It may give us enhanced demon souping, like above the 25% we could currently take. Or maybe this guy, the Lord Invocatus, maybe he unlocks something special where you can take a Demon's Patrol for free or something like that. It's always possible we could get something, like if he's the Khorne or the World Eaters character that really likes working with demons, that could be one warband's like special trait or something like that. You never know, really.
It would be really cool if he gave off an aura of advance and charge, representing like guys trying to keep up with him or something.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really nice. I'd like that. What do you think of the model itself?
Okay, let me just look at it here again. It is not my favorite model of the new stuff they've revealed. Right. I would say.
Okay.
I don't think it's like bad.
Right.
But there's certain elements of it that I am not a fan of.
Okay, what are your thoughts there?
So, number one, I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't really redesign or repose the Juggernaut. It's like, as far as I can tell, it's like a Juggernaut from the Blood Crusher box as is. I've built quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So it's like the same pose, which is kind of what annoys me. I don't really mind the aesthetic not changing that much, but I wish the pose was different.
Mm-hmm.
But like there is a Juggernaut in the box that just has its two front legs raised like that.
Yeah.
There are small differences on the Juggernaut, like the barding is slightly different. He has some insignia. The helm of the Juggernaut is quite cool that it has the Khorne symbol.
Yeah.
But then the chainsaw horn I really hate.
I know I think that is like that, yeah.
I think that is quite terrible, yeah. Quite terrible.
I don't know if
I wouldn't even mind it if the blade was moving in the reverse direction of the way it is moving, because it's basically moving against the motion of the Juggernaut, which is even worse.
So the teeth are just going to pop right out, like.
Yeah, exactly. The first thing it hits, the teeth explode, and then the blade itself explodes because it doesn't work. So that's not amazing, in my opinion. The guy himself is fine. Like, his armor's okay.
Yeah. He's got the Cataphractii shoulder pad as well, which seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, that's that one that they were saying, because it's like the gladiator shoulder pad, because otherwise it wouldn't fasten to the armor correctly in terms of like actually being on a guy.
Right.
Because it's like without the undersuit or the padding underneath it, there's no connection point for the rounded shoulder pad. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's fine. His head, I am really unsure about, to be honest.
Yes, that's like, my biggest problem so far.
I wish they'd just decided if they were giving him a demon head or a helmet.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure what it is.
So I've got some thoughts on that, okay? So at the moment, like, if you look at like the, I don't know, life of a Chaos Marine, they're either a Chaos Marine they're a possessed Marine, they're a spawn, I guess, and then you go into actual demons, right? So we have heard kind of rumours of like World Eater specific possessed and stuff, right? Like exalted possessed or something like that. Now it's possible that they're going to build into the sort of like at least the visual lore of World Eaters that there's like this stage in between Marine and possessed where they're slowly becoming more Khorne demon-like, or they're slowly gaining the attributes, which you do see like in the old Chaos Space Marine sprue. You could have like one mutated arm on your
even
Marines
on the new Kill Team Legionnaires box. There's a guy who's slightly mutated.
Yes, exactly. So maybe they're going for that. They're going to just put in these little drops of slight mutation, like his head's merging with his helmet sort of thing.
I think that's fine. It's just that. And I like that as a concept. I just think on this specific model, it looks like they didn't really make a clear design choice if the head is a helmet or a head, if you get me.
Yes. And it also
I think a lot of it is it's thrown off.
It's missing the remissum. Like, it's missing the very particular World Eaters aspect. It's the one thing, outside of colour scheme or, too many chain axes, the style of Horn's World Eaters rock are very World Eaters. Like, that's what distinguishes them visually, and he feels maybe the generic Lord will be able to be run in other legions. Maybe that's why. But I'm going to be throwing a different head on mine for sure.
Yeah, because I actually like what they've done.
Okay.
With the bunny ears in this sense, where it's actually turning into Khorne's symbol,
right? Rather
than just being the standard bunny ears. I kind of like that, and I do like the top knot. But I don't know. There's just overall, it's still a cool model. Yeah. I'm still going to get one, and I'm still gonna paint it. I am just not 100%. In terms of the Berserkers that they've already shown off and Angron. This guy is a bit behind for me in terms of models that I actually like, and I think there is a bit too much of him that's reminiscent of the Age of Sigmar Blood Warriors as well. There's a lot of barding on this guy, compared to the Berserkers, which I'm not a crazy big fan of. The chest piece is very overdone.
Yeah,
very overdone. Yeah. But overall, he's still cool looking. Yeah. I'm not amazed by him. I'm curious about the other build options that they mentioned. I really want to see what those are.
Yeah. I think ultimately it's a new model for us, with potentially pretty strong rules for us. Whether he's a smash hero or a supporting smash hero or whatever sort of style they go for, it's going to be another HQ option we can run, which is nice to have the choices. No idea whether it'll be an auto take, whether the named version will be even usable, because that is sometimes you get someone like Calm. It's very hard to justify running him because he's just so locked into everything. But we'll see. I mean, overall, we don't know much. We can only speculate. Like I said, looking at these rules for other units. Yeah, I do agree. The model isn't the greatest new release model, but we're also very invested in World Eaters. You know what I mean? It's we have very high expectations and hopes. So
yeah, it's not at the end of the day, it's still fucking awesome. Yes. A Juggernaut Lord is sick as hell. We got
the Juggernaut back. He's back.
And he does look amazing. We're nitpicking here. It's what specific things do you not like? And it's yeah, cool. How easy is this to change? Very, very easy. Yes. So
he gets an 8 out of 10 from me. An 8 out of 10. I mean, you couldn't really ask for more. Well, you could, but not as a World Eater. So
yeah, I think it's still awesome. I'm still probably gonna have 2 because I'm gonna get the named guy and then I'm gonna build the unnamed one.
Right, yeah.
He's probably gonna be baller. I'll probably still convert my own one out of scrap as well. It's cool. It's amazing.
Well, I don't know if you saw earlier because I think you was looking at the picture, but I've got. Let's get it in focus. I've got an old Juggernaut that I used to run as a Juggerlord, but I took the top off because it was the old Marine model. So I'm going to be working on him again. Nice. Getting one ready for the day one the rules drop. I'll be able to run one rather than waiting on my inevitable painting backlog of getting one ready to be on the table.
That's hobby smarts right there.
Yeah. All right, so I think, that about covers everything we know and can kind of guess, and our thoughts, I guess, on the new Lord Invocatus. So I think that about wraps it up for this one, doesn't it, mate?
I reckon so.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We will catch you in the next one. And if you are not a member of our Discord, please come and join, because we've started a new thing where we're going to drop extra videos in the Discord. It's not paywall locked. It's nothing like that. You just have to join the Discord. It's basically us two chatting. Like, we just had a little chat about our games this week. So if you want more Red Path content, more from Dara and I, join the Discord and you'll get some bonus content. It's free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff, right? But yeah, alright. From us, have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next one. So stay healthy, stay safe, and kill Mainbow.